Yeah, hello and welcome to my today's short hands-on of the Benro C4770TN tripod, carbon fiber tripod you can see here. To be precise, I'm making this a short hands-on because I borrowed this from a colleague and I have to give it back tomorrow, so I thought why not make a short video about it, especially because it's really one of the most interesting tripods if you're searching for a tripod which you can use with flat base heads without the half-bowl adapter, or for example with 75mm half-bowl heads. As you can see here, I have an adapter already mounted. And but before I start to show you all the features, the pros and cons, and also the hint according to the half-bowl adapter, which is really important, I want to mention one important point. As always with Benro stuff, I highly recommend to buy locally. Because, for example, if you buy at an authorized dealer locally, you get full local support according to replacement parts. If there is a problem with a shipment, you don't have any issues with import VAT, import duties, and so on. And you also get a way longer warranty. For example, you don't get a replacement warranty of 6 months or 1 year or so, or maybe even 2 or 4 weeks only. You get a replacement part and overall warranty of 5 years, for example, here in Germany, or up to 4 years, I think in the US, for example, you get a base warranty of 1 year plus 3 years after registration. So don't forget to register your stuff very soon after your purchase, so you get the full warranty if you're located in the US. But I highly recommend check out the lists of the local dealers which are authorized and then buy locally. But let's start with the tripod. As you can see here, it's quite similar visually wise and build wise compared to the Gitzo systematic tripods. And I can assure you the stability is on par. I was really astonished already of the, for example, the older edition, the C474T, which had a fixed 100mm half bowl. But I can tell you that also the combo series, especially this one here, is on par also with, for example, I compared it to a Series 2 Gitzo systematic tripod, which I also borrowed of the newest generation, by the way. And especially according to the connection in between the legs and the base, I have to say that it's on the stiffer side, yeah. But this is a huge pro because it also adds a lot of stability. To compare it a little bit, for example, I also used a Manfrotto MT75C3, so with a 3-segment edition, which was a real mess, I have to say, according to the connections in between the base and the legs. As you can see here, you also can see the screws where you can adjust not drag, but the strength in between the base and the legs a little bit. And the point is, for example, with the Manfrotto tripods, with most tripods, you cannot adjust the strength. You have a fixed one. And with the MT75, the strength was way too less. So every time I picked the tripod, one of the legs nearly fell to the middle, only because I grabbed the tripod. Not at this leg, by the way. Only the connection was too weak. And here the connection is from scratch on very stiff, and you can control the stiffness by yourself with an Allen screw, which I really love, by the way. So this is the first point. The stiffness is really nice according to the connections, according to the overall stiffness and ruggedness. And torsion-wise, this tripod is the best, one of the best I've ever seen. This is the first point, which I wanted to mention. The second point is, as you can see, carbon fiber legs, really nice. You can also see the C4770TN logo on the leg. As you can see, the T-tripods of Benro always use or always have screw locks, which I really love because there is less risk that the locks are breaking, because I had problems with normal clip locks. There is one point I wanted to mention. The screw locks have a little bit of play. For example, if you dial them completely locked down, or if you lock down them completely, there is still a little bit of play if you turn back. So there is always a few degrees or so of movement before the thread of the lock is starting to move again. I hope you understand what I mean. But this is only a point I wanted to mention. This is not an issue. It's locking down perfectly. I put down really a lot of payload already, and I have to say, again, one of the most stable tripods I've ever used. So don't be confused, by the way, if there is a little bit of movement before it's locking and unlocking again. As you can see at the bottom, the feet are also really nice, I have to say, because they are padded at the bottom. They are bigger than the standard feet, and I have to say, on even ground, they are holding like hell, I have to say. So they are also better than the standard rubberized feet, which are only connected to the floor on a very small surface. Also really nice, and this is, I also want to mention, I don't know if you can see it, there is also a hole in there, so you can use, for example, a hook to hook them down on outdoors, for example, on grass or yeah, anywhere you want or where it's possible. You just need 3 metal hooks, for example, and it's also a dream to use outdoors then. Also really important is, by the way, the feature according the top plate. As you can see, yeah, leveling bubble, yeah, also quite nice to have. There is also the lock at the left to unlock the top plate with a safety pin at the back. You cannot see it actually. But as you can see here on top, I already mounted a half-bowl adapter. And this is the point I really wanted to mention. There is no 100mm half-bowl adapter for this tripod available at this moment. So don't think, for example, I made the mistake and because the colleague is quite close to me, I thought, yeah, why not get a 100mm half-bowl adapter for the Focus HD I had in the past, and which is gone already. But I'll make a review with a board one, by the way, soon. But the problem is, for example, the BA100, which was compatible to the C4770T, so the non-N, the older model from Benro, is not compatible to this one. This one here is only compatible to 75mm half-bowl adapters. And it's not important if you're using the BA75 from Benro, which is the original adapter, or if you're using, for example, this one here. And I highly recommend to use this one. This is the Sunway Photo W-75 adapter. It costs around, I think, 45 or 50 bucks, at least here in Europe. And so it's also significantly cheaper than the original BA75. So if you really want to use a 75mm half-bowl adapter on top of this, get the Sunway Photo W75. And don't get the BA100 and think that it's also compatible to the new N-series tripods. It's not the case. This is really essential. By the way, there's also a flat base included, which I don't know where it's located actually. Yeah, but with a flat base, for example, you can also use stills heads, for example, simultaneously. You just unlock with the left lock, remove the 75mm half-bowl adapter, flip on the flat base, and you're again ready to shoot. You don't even need a flat base adapter, for example, for 75mm. You can also use the original flat base, which is included with the tripod. By the way, there's also a padded case included. Really nice, I have to say, and also quite handy because you don't need to get a separate case which fits with the tripod. And also quite nice, by the way, there's also one padded foot, and this you can also move, for example, from the top to the bottom or to another leg, and so you can also, for example, balance out your tripod so you can carry it perfectly with this handle. Yeah, this is more or less the short hands-on. I know that I didn't show you any footage, and as the space is also quite limited, I also don't had the chance to fiddle around a little bit with the tripod while filming. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask. Yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching. Bye.